So, ladies and gentlemen, before you enjoy the podcast proper, which will start in like a second or two, I've got a quick announcement today. I'm Ziplockbob, and I screwed up. So, there was a lot of my audio on my personal audio. Channels was fine, Zez was fine. It's just my audio was just cutting in and out a lot. So, I did my best to edit around that. So, if context is lost because I said something, let's just pretend I said something really stupid. That being said, I'll do my best to, well, not screw up in this manner again and find whole new ways to screw up in future podcasts. Thanks for your understanding. Have a nice day. See you next week. Hello, my fantastic faction of followers, fans, and freaks of fun Fanicom festivities. I am Ziplockbob, one of the two hosts of Sequel Syndrome podcast, a talk show about video games, their culture, design, and philosophy. And today we have a special guest, Shananabanahnah. Zez, you do it.
Hello. Today we're talking about how the Wii changed gaming. And for that reason, we brought on our special guest, a previous Wii owner, Shananabanahnah. How's it going?
Hi. Hello. Good. How's everyone?
Yes,
Doing
my
all right.
modem didn't explode.
I know my modem didn't die this time. I've made it. I have made it.
So, Shanana, what have you been playing lately?
I am currently working on The Last of Us, and that
PS4,
one
right?
Yes, on the PS4. It has been quite a journey, great story, and been enjoying it quite a bit. A lot of scary moments. I left it off on a very scary moment, and I I don't know if I really want to go back.
It's so good.
It's really good. The story is amazing. It's really like pulls you in, but there's a lot of scary zombie moments, and I don't deal with scare very well.
Says the person who's played Walking Dead and
Those are stories.
There's scary zombie games that got cannibals.
That's true.
You play
But-
Dead by Daylight.
That is true. I does not mean I don't get scared.
You mean Dead by Zezlight?
You should hear Bob scream when he plays that game.
I sound like Homer Simpson. I'm just like, do.
He's not lying.
It's like my girlfriend and my little girl will be just laughing at me off to the side. It's like, yes, I am Bob. I was in the army for 5 years. I'm so manly. Meanwhile, oh,
Michael
God.
Myers is behind you.
Oh.
Are you
I
ready?
haven't played that in a while. Let's see. Do you guys play any roguelikes?
I have some, I just don't play them. Like, I have,
Oh.
like, Rogue Legacy. I have some roguelike games, I just don't play them.
What about you, Shauna?
I'm not familiar with those titles.
You're not familiar with the genre. Well, the genre's name sucked, and like I've mentioned on, well, probably will mention on every fucking podcast that I hate that name for the genre because unless you played a game from the 1970s, you don't know you have no frame of reference. But basically, it's a game to where you'll get a resource or something, right? You'll lose everything but that resource. Then that resource you spend to like level up or get RNG to swing a little bit more in your favor on more runs through the game. If that makes sense.
Or in a game like Rogue Legacy, which is cool, where your character dies, but you carry on as one of their descendants.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, right now I'm playing Heroes of Hammerwatch, where I am slowly improving my town. I just got a priest. Insert joke. just about me and a priest in the same room in any context. It doesn't even have to be sexual. It's just like, okay, we got this foul mouth little bastard.
Is that Far Cry 6? You and a priest in a room is Far Cry 6?
It's like, yeah, no gameplay. It's just like it's just basically just a hour and a half long conversation. You're like, did I just take? Is this what acid's like? But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. It's like a twin stick shooter type game, and you try your best to get to the top of the mine because you go in the mine and you're going vertically up, I guess. Like, because it's in a giant mountain, so you're up layers of the mountain trying to see what's at the end and make the town better. So you're constantly using ore to like, oh, I improved my guild. I improved the person who, if I buy stuff from them, I get better potions. Or I improved my attack stat because I improved the blacksmith. But with that, you just unlock the upgrades, but you also have to send back ore and gold, because if you die and it's on you, you don't get to keep it. Like, you actually have to send it back in every couple of levels.
Yeah, you died. It's on your body.
Yeah, if you die and it's on your body, it's like you don't get to go back and fetch it, and it sucks. Because I was like, I had 16. I couldn't find a place to drop it. This sucks.
Sounds like a horrible Harvest Moon game, but in a mine.
It's not even a Harvest Moon game because it's all combat. Like, how you improve this through menus.
It was like Rune Factory or something like that, where you actually had combat.
Yeah.
I think one of those. I can't remember it.
But so, Zez, last time you told us that you installed a game. Did you get to play it?
Yes, I finally started God of War.
Ooh, the new one?
Yeah.
Data boy.
He doesn't say boy as much as you make it seem like he says there, Bob.
Well, the thing is I'm kind of a lightweight when it comes to alcohol, so I would die of alcohol poisoning if I took a shot every time he said it.
But I played God of War this week. I've played more NHL 18. They Are Billions and Soma.
Hey, what the hell is They Are Billions? Because I keep on hearing about it and I'm like...
It's an RTS where you're building a colony and you're trying to survive zombie attack for 100 days. So you have to constantly keep upgrading, keep getting better stuff, because each wave that they send at you every so often, like every day 12, day 18, day 24, it's more and more and more of them. So you just got to continue to pump people out. And also you have to have, you have to play management and be able to get as many people as possible and defend it.
It sounds like one of those games where I would have a panic attack because I'd be like, I get it, done, out.
You might.
Because like I'm good at like, okay, I'm going to make sure this one system works. Now I've got this one system working really well. Threw this one out of balance, so let me get this system working really fucking good, and so on and so forth. But if it's just like, you try to... I'm kind of a, like, I don't play games. I try to destroy them.
Good luck.
This sounds like a game to where I'm like, I've hit what I call the wall a few times in my life, and every time it looks like this. The inciting incident happens, and I go, nope, I'm done. Fuck this. I'm done. Nope, done. Look.
Throw the controller. Headset off.
Yep. That happens.
Walk out the door.
That happens.
It's like I am no. But
the game takes place over 100. You have to survive 100 days in order to win. I've never gotten past like day 70.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I've been playing for how long?
It sounds difficult.
About a month.
I've got 172 hours in that game.
It kind of reminds me of like the game This War of Mine.
Yeah.
but with zombies.
Oh yeah, although that's more like Fallout.
It's more like
Shelter, or
Civilization meets Horde mode.
it's more like Age of Empires meets Horde mode.
Oh yeah,
Civilization
Age of
is
Empires. Always get
yeah,
those two
Civilization is in
series
the
mixed up. Civ is a board game and not my
Yeah.
jam at all.
I'll play Civ, but I have to be in the right mind for it.
Yeah. Speaking
But
of being
Pops.
done, oh so done. I think we're
Sponsors.
done with this, and it's time for sponsors. So first off, let's talk about GatherBot. GatherBot is basically the bot that runs my chat. It's done by a company called Opera Event. The quick and dirty way of putting it is a mixture of some of the best services out there, like Streamlabs with their overlays, the BitBot and their BitBoss and all that. This is actually the people who made the original BitBoss, but the reason why they are sponsoring, just like, oh, I have this bot you can play with that has RPG features and blah blah blah, is you can donate money through that. If you're a streamer, that's really awesome because yes, they take a small percentages off of it before they hand it over to you a month later. But if somebody tries that horrible stuff with chargebacks, guess what? GatherBot has to deal with that, not you. But
Like my hands are clean.
I was like, I'm good. Like, if I don't get the money, I understand. I can figure out what happened, but like my PayPal account's still clear. But also, like, you can do plenty. You can support the stream in a lot of ways without actually spending money. If you like to play the mobile games, or if you're like, hey, I want to buy a game that's on Chrono.gg, you can earn sub points, which for every 2,000 sub points is a free sub that you can use on yourself or give to another member of the chat or give to me so I can go, hey, you. And that actually is how later the stream, Shanna is going to pick one of you lucky, beautiful viewers as our next newest sub on the channel.
Speaking of subs, thank you to all the subscribers who can use Twitch Prime to subscribe if they're already a Twitch Prime member or Amazon Prime member. Which is one free sub that you get per month for any channel that you would like to use on my channel, on Bob's channel, on Shanana's channel. Any of those.
It's like, we don't care if you use it on us. It's just like, hey, if you have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, link it up. It's free.
Yeah.
And like, it's a $5 sub. It supports us more ironically than if you shell out the money, because how it works is we get half of that $5, right? Well, if it's you paid for it with a credit card, it's that $5 minus whatever transaction fees, then we get half of what's left. So it's usually $5.
Yeah, it's like 220 something around there.
Yeah, it's like somewhere high 20s, low 30s, and it's like, oh, but you know that supporting your favorite streamer, and besides, you're paying around $100 a year for the stuff. This is $60 of value that you're not taking advantage of if you don't use it. Lastly, the charity of the month. Stackup.org. I knew I was going to make it eventually.
You did it.
It was founded in 2015 by a veteran, and it works under the goal of bringing both veterans and civilian supporters together through a shared love and community of video games. Because guess what? I was in the Army for 5 years. There's a lot of my people there. Like, I played D&D for the first time in Iraq. It was awesome. Like, I had LAN parties in Iraq because we didn't really have internet, so all you had was LAN parties. But they have the stacks, supply crates, air assaults, stack up operation, or Stack Up Overwatch program, or STOP for short. And Zez, can you tell us about the air assaults?
The air assaults are where Stack Up handpicks deserving veterans and pays them to attend life-changing video game and geek culture events such as Comic-Con, E3, PAX, or even touring development studios such as Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah. They don't charge these guys anything at all. It's really awesome. But another thing they do, which is probably their biggest push, is called the Stop program or Stack Up Overwatch program. Basically, a program connecting veterans coping with PTSD, a critical life event, or just the general craziness that is transitioning from like the military to civilian life, with veteran and civilian volunteers who are trained, called the Stop Squad. They are available 24/7, 365. They do it at shifts. They have a Discord just for this. They abide by all HIPAA laws, and they make sure your privacy is key. It's very hard for a lot of people to come out and talk about, hey, I go to a therapist, but it's actually very common for people to have like a therapist or a small support group, even if it's their friends and family, where it's like talking about it. And it's a lot easier if you can talk about it with someone who actually doesn't have to be explained. Oh yeah, well, I feel like I'm afraid all the time and I don't know why. But that being said, that's all.
And if you hear somebody go high noon, that's a veteran being chosen.
Yeah, right. Speaking of chosen, Shanna, could you please, at your own discretion, choose who's going to be our new sub? Go any, mini, money, mo. Go, hey, you donated me money. I don't care. It's cool.
Who wants it? Who wants it? I mean, I see 18. I see 11.
See 18.
Oh, ATA.
I was gonna say.
And 11 in chat.
It seems like 11's taking it.
11 wants it, so it will go to 11.
All right.
I'm hungry for a sub with spicy peppers.
At NFX.
A spicy pepper sub.
Spicy
there you
pepper
go.
sub. All right.
Add
So,
some spice
Jez,
to
can
that
you lead
sub.
us into the main topic?
Okay, well, like I said before, at the start of the show, today we were talking about how we changed gaming. So, you two have both owned Wii's, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's something that I've never.
I have owned
gotten.
every Nintendo mainline console up into the Switch, and that's because I'm currently broke because I don't own a PS4, and that's going to be number one on my list.
Even though it's like, oh no, how much is it now? 300?
They always have a discount during, Black Friday.
Well, I was gonna say it's almost twice as much as the Switch, but that's not the case anymore.
It's not even that. It's just like, hey, there's games out there for me. But here's the thing. If you look at what types of games were being released and heavily marketed before Switch, but the Wii, it was starting to homogenize, right? If it's a Sony game, if it's something from the Sony end, it's either going to be an RPG, something where you get to fire an RPG, or a sports game. Over the Xbox, even more games were more shooty bang bang games, more like Gears of War, and more stuff where it was just like sports and not so much with RPGs over there, right?
What, on Xbox?
Yeah.
Xbox tried.
Yeah, they tried. They got Blue Dragon, but like that.
They got Blue Dragon. They have like Lost
pushing.
Odyssey. They tried. It just didn't click over there the way it did on PlayStation.
Because I think those JRPGs too were more popular with PlayStation.
Yeah,
Sony
because they're a
Japan.
Japanese country, or they're a Japanese company.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, GiftBot actually acted quickly once.
Yay! There we go.
But congratulations, 11. But that being said, then in comes Nintendo, and yeah, they're releasing action games with the Wii, but they're not action games that anybody that has to have, like, you could just pick up and play them and put them down just as quickly. You know, they weren't these action games like God of War, to where you kind of have to know how video games work and how video game logic works. Whereas if you pick up like Wii Sports, packing title, but still,
Yeah, but
something-
you know you should argue that should have been a lone release, but
no, honestly, I think them packing it in with it was a smart idea.
no, it was a smart idea. But after the fact,
I think the movement, like the moving function in the game, was really it's very different. The controller compared to the other controllers of the other
When the
systems.
waggle worked, it worked. When it didn't, it was
If someone wasn't throwing their controller into their brand new TV.
that happened to my
Yeah.
sister. She wrecked my
Didn't it-
parents' TV because they had the bowling ball. Like they had the bowling ball attachment that you put the ball. And like seriously, I get a text from my dad saying, "Guess what your sister did?" And it's a picture of the bowling ball embedded into the TV.
Oh no!
Yeah,
That's what they had the wrist straps for.
now I'm
It
curious.
became
did
a
it-
rule
did it-
real quick that you put that strap on.
yeah,
Yeah.
did they launch with the wrist strap? I don't remember if they did. Or
Yeah,
not.
they did.
Yeah,
but
they did.
They
came
they
with it.
did, but they even had warning: put the wrist strap on before blah blah blah, right? And
Mhm.
like, cause there was a man doing like this motion, like in the still image, like it had little whooshes, and it had a vase on one side, and like and a person getting bopped on the other.
And
I
this would
remember.
pop up while you're playing too.
Like yeah,
It would pop up to
like,
tell you this.
it would pop up while the game was loading. Like that was like the first loading screen for most games.
Yeah, but I think that like just able to use movement was really appealing to a lot of people who don't usually play games or as often
Yeah, it
on
definitely
consoles. On consoles.
definitely increased the accessibility.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like let's say if you have like the simplest of games, and when I say easy, I just mean simple controls.
Mm-hmm.
You could have like a game to where it's basically NES controls. Turn to Wiimote, turn it to its side, and just like so simple. 2 buttons, start, select, up, down, left, right, done. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That made it a lot easier to go, oh, okay, so if I do this, this happens, versus some game, like, I have family members that look at a PlayStation controller. It's too many buttons.
Do you have family members who actually played the original Nintendo?
Oh,
The
basically
NES?
all my siblings, my dad. My dad played Atari.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a big gamer, but it's like, yeah, he spent time. Now, the one game my dad did,
My
like, I
dad
actually
played
tracked
games.
that game down for him once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was like, hey.
Happy Father's Day!
Yep.
Perfect.
And as soon as it gets to, like, oh, you don't have to be on the dirt track anymore, it's like, and I quit playing because I basically beat the game as far as I'm concerned. Because
I'm
like,
done.
because it goes like you have to go to truck series, then to like the minor leagues of stock car racing. Then
Yeah, that's not my forte. I'm not a racing fan. A car racing fan, anyway.
right. I like rally. That's about it.
Yeah, my
yeah.
dad played video games until probably the N64. That's the last time I actually remember watching him play. And afterwards, kind of just sat back and watched. He's like, oh, I don't know how to do this controller. I'm done.
But honestly, I think that ease of use changed gaming in a lot of ways, and I think that the like Sony and Microsoft missed a mark.
Yeah.
Because there's like, we need to add more move controls, and I'm like, no, you need fucking more accessible games.
Mm-hmm.
Because the PlayStation Move was not that great, and the games for it were okay at best.
I like the Move. I don't like the Move games.
Like, I like the idea for the Move,
Yeah.
so they kind of found a second life. But I'm talking about like the games they made, they didn't have that same ease to pick up and play.
Yeah.
Nintendo was releasing casual hit after casual hit because you could stop playing the game and put it down. It's very interruptible.
Yeah.
Very easy to pick up. Oh my god. Like stuff like Just Dance. You're familiar with dancing. Unless you're me, I have 2 left foot. It's a weird medical condition.
It's a weird medical condition. I don't know how that happened.
Like they're both left. So when I'm like, okay,
Yeah, they both left out the door.
Like, and I can't play Sing Star because I sing like an amputee. You know, can't hold a note, can't carry a tune.
You don't have to Sing Star. I like Sing Star. Sing Star is you can cheat that game. All you have to do is match the tone.
You have to be like an octave around. Like you can be off by an octave and still be like, oh, they're within.
Yeah, it'll
gradient.
catch it. All it's doing is catching the pitch, the tone. It's not actually looking for the words that you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying I can't even go.
I think you could. I think you could. We need to get Bob a Sing Star karaoke night.
Yeah. It'll be a karaoke podcast.
By the way, congratulations! I figured out how to get a Rickroll joke in.
But I know with Just Dance, I never really thought of it as being really good at dancing. I think it really hit the point of just having fun. And
yeah.
I think
it was a complete gamification.
Just having fun and just this like simple, just using movement to have fun, where you don't have to be like, oh, I have to beat this score or hit. I mean, a lot of people took it as, yeah, I need to be like the best, or I need to do really well at it. But I think it really hit a good fun factor in using movement. So
I mean, it's a very kinetic game. It's a game that got you in. Like Just Dance was the last game released for the Wii. Just Dance 2018. I am not kidding you. It was released in 2017.
I'm gonna fact check you on that, Bob.
Yep.
I will fact check you on that.
2018. Wii or Wii U?
Wii.
The Wii. Okay.
Yeah. Done by Ubisoft. Just Dance 2018 was released in late 2017.
When did they stop manufacturing them? I know they stopped. Is it 13?
No, they kept on making them for a while because even during the Wii U's lifespan, we're like, yeah, this thing still prints money. We're still going to make it.
Oh, okay. Because I know they just stopped the Wii U not too long ago.
Just Dance 64.
Yeah!
I would love to see like some sort of crazy control mod for the N64 of Just Dance. That would be beautiful.
It would have to be wireless. I mean, unless you're like holding it.
Or like something towards like
attached.
A bunch of wrist straps and ankle straps.
Oh,
but
gosh.
like, you know, if you go into casual gaming in general and like look at like, oh, like Tetris, that's a very casual game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They chose Tetris because it was a gender neutral game as the pack-in game with the Game Boy. And
awesome
you
music.
Know, that's a very smart business plan when it's like, hey, guess what? You can totally like we're trying to sell a console to everybody regardless of gender. So if we're going to pack in a game, maybe Double Dragon might not work. Even though Double Dragon to me is awesome, maybe someone who's going through their My Little Pony phase might not enjoy that.
Maybe their parents wouldn't enjoy them getting Double Dragon.
I don't know. My parents actually let me watch Terminator when I was young.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure you watched Terminator and didn't let your parents know you watched Terminator?
Oh no, they let me. Like, and I don't even mean Terminator 2, which was the more kid-friendly one. I mean the first one with the
Yeah, with Arnold dropping out the sky.
No, I'm talking about when Connor was conceived.
Okay. I was going to the very beginning of it. You were going to go deep into the movie.
Oh, come on. If you're going to go spoiler alert over a movie that's about as old as I am.
I used to go spoiler alert.
No, I'm just going ahead and preempting trolls on the internet.
Because there's trolls on the internet that you got to worry about, not me.
I don't even think it's technically spoilers if it's after, what, a certain amount of time. I would...
Yeah, I do the 10-year hard, 5-year soft, you know?
5 years? Still a spoiler? I don't know. I
No,
think
like 5 years soft where it's like, hey,
within the
listen,
year.
this person's just getting into it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it be because I know they're actually working that way. You know?
Yeah.
But if I know that they're not
them.
working that way, then 5 years, screw it.
Yeah, you should have already seen this by now.
Like, sorry, that's on you. And
so I guess you didn't really want to watch it that much. Or play it that much.
Or whatever, right? But yeah, with the Wii U, it sold like gangbusters. 2007, it wasn't even out the entire year, and it sold over 6 million.
Yeah.
The first full year it had out, it was over 10. And
plus, it was really cheap, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the cheapest system out of Xbox, PS3, and...
Well, the PS3 was the most expensive, so there's that.
PS3 was the most expensive, but it was also a Blu-ray player, so that's...
I don't think it was the Blu-ray player that did it.
Wasn't
I'm saying that's what helped the people go, oh, okay, but well...
Oh, you mean people buy it?
Yeah. Or to justify the cost.
Yeah, I don't think the Blu-ray player was the source of the cost.
Okay. Oh no, but at the same time, it's the cheapest Blu-ray player in the market.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wii U launched at $250, or the Wii launched at $250.
Yeah. Now you have like indie devs to this day. They're making more. They're not afraid of making a casual game.
Mm-hmm.
That has wide market appeal. And
it's kind of become the thing to do.
Like Jackbox.
Yeah, Jackbox is games. Awesome. Or even
Jackbox has been around for a long time.
No, the party pack though.
The party pack hasn't, but back when it was you don't know Jack.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
I actually played that on the Wii.
Well, even like Brental Floss made a thing called Use Your Words.
Yeah, I have that one. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, which like as I supported that the moment it came out. I didn't have money to financially do it. I did give it a lot of mouth service because I love that man's work, and he's such a smart ass man. Love it.
That's great. Because like with Jackbox, I would have friends over all the time, just visiting our friends, like having just a get together and like, hey, let's play this game. Like,
yeah,
well,
it's a great
I don't really
party
play
game.
games. I don't really play games. I'm like, it's okay. Like,
do you play trivia?
It's like,
yeah, all you have to do is have your phone, and then you just log on to this website, which you normally always do. Which was like, it's simple. Like the controller is simple. Use your phone,
Jackbox,
go on a website.
The controller is your phone. You're intimate with your phone, you know?
Yeah, you already know how to go on websites, so it's
doesn't Jackbox have a TV only mode too though? Where you can all sit down on the same TV and not need a phone?
No, because like say that wouldn't work with like say Quiplash. No?
Okay.
Everyone needs like a typing device. You can't type.
Yeah, your phone. Everybody's watching it to like see what they're voting on or to get the presentation and the game. And everybody loves game shows. Like that is or not everybody, but it's something very popular, very easy to wrap your head around. And
well, if you look at the Wii controller itself was very simple and easy. It didn't have too many buttons.
It was an NES controller with a couple extra buttons.
Yes, exactly. Which I think that would made it easier for people to, just pick up and play too. Just like having your phone and using your phone to play.
It's like kind of caused this weird ripple effect where Sony and Microsoft started investing in a more wider appeal. Fortunately, that market was cut completely cornered by the time they got around to it. But had a ripple effect where it's like, hey, why does why does ha- why does that game have to be for this niche audience? Because we're not growing our audience. We need to broaden it out and broaden. Fortunately, certain companies like EA rip the soul out of things under that homogenous. But you do have a lot of positives. Hey, that's just more EA being EA than a side effect of the Wii.
We're going to talk about that on a different show, Bob. Because I disagree with you, and that'll get us down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Just me jumping on my soapbox for half a second. Like,
I'm trying to kick you all back off that soapbox.
Like, nope. It's like, no, I will bash EA. I don't even care about hitting them clean anymore. They haven't hit me clean in years. And that mindset has recently gone into controller types to where Microsoft is releasing a controller peripheral to where it's for.
Oh, nice.
Are they
Is it like
able gamers?
It's very much like you buy this one dongle sort of thing, and then you buy the attachments separately as needed. So it's going to be a very custom to you thing. To, like, say you have foot pads for buttons, and the foot pad is based upon like which jack it's hooked into. Press it and it's the right. It's B, or it's the right bumper, or it's the right trim. Right? Like, this is open. The waves that the ripple that the Wii caused has really helped things out. Yeah, and what were you gonna say about able gamers?
Oh, because able gamers, I actually came across them when I went to PAX East, and they had a booth set up, and they actually showed off some of the controllers that they created for people who have disabilities, who are unable to play with an actual controller or an actual keyboard or an actual mouse, and they've actually designed these controllers to pertain to those people so they can still play games and enjoy games just as much as anybody else could. Actually, wearing their bracelet.
Nice.
Awesome. I've heard about them.
Mm-hmm.
If you look it up, there's actually a NES controller that it's hands free, like it's you blow in it, sort of thing.
That's
and you
awesome.
use your jaw as the pad, and that's from the 80s. So that sort of mindset, yeah, it wasn't caused by the Wii, but the Wii probably did help go, hey, this has broadened our audience and made it more or completely capable of physically doing it. It was just a mental thing or an intimidation thing, Like, wait, aren't there people who like would love to get into games but can't because of some physical stuff?
But like another thing that I thought was,
that thing retails for $600 now. Sorry, I just saw
in the picture.
Yeah, like that thing now. If you want to find it, it's $600. It originally retailed on its own for $120 with the NES, $179.
Oh wow!
It was extremely specialized equipment.
Yeah. But
the fact that like this wasn't made by Nintendo, this was. Oh yeah, this one was made by Nintendo, but this is before Nintendo. Controversial statement saying this had the manufacturing capabilities they do today.
The Power Glove?
But no, just that Nintendo has manufacturing capabilities today that can get some people going, yeah, you say that, but I can never find the Amiibo I want. Or the Amiibo that I want. I'm like, sorry.
That's not controversial. Just because they don't make them doesn't make a large enough supply to satisfy people doesn't mean that they don't have manufacturing.
Yeah, honestly, there's been so many times it's like, sorry, we don't have it because of manufacturing issues. But that's another issue for another day.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, that's a different story.
Without without sidetracking. See, Shannon, I told you I'd be the one doing all the sidetracking. But with Microsoft doing this, I think it's going to bring a lot of gamers in. If it was like, say, the equivalent of like, say, a Mad Catz doing this, I know it would lose money because the right people wouldn't be in the right. Microsoft has that Gates money. Gates does a lot of charity work, so I'm pretty sure he has, like, even though he can't directly tell them, he can nudge them into getting it done right.
If he really cares about it that much.
Well, there is the Gates Foundation.
I'm not saying he doesn't have charities or whatever that he supports. It's different to be that invested into that side activity that your company is doing.
And if nothing else, like even in the most cynical version of, oh, it's just a PR move. For a PR move, it's doing a lot of good. Theoretically. But, yeah, you guys got any more opinions on the Wii and how you think it's cascaded? Or its effects have cascaded across time and space?
It's went to the future and come back now.
Well, I like to make jokes with plenty of dimensions to it.
Mm-hmm.
Three people got that joke. Awesome.
Well, I really found the book that you shared with me.
Mm-hmm.
I found it really interesting because it was actually talking about the difference between what's considered casual and what's considered hardcore.
The stereotypes.
We just went over that.
Stereotypes, yeah. So what I found really interesting about it was that people who are considered to be casual actually game almost just as much as
if
people
not more.
who are, or more as hardcore. So I feel like when the Wii came out, they kind of hit the stereotype in just a different way. They kind of went beyond that and found out that, hey, people who are considered casual would be willing to play games just as much, or like you say, more. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, Reggie Fils-Aimé said that they were aiming for a casual audience with this launch, and the reference to the Wii launch, and it worked. And the thing is whatever group, because I do not think it was an individual, but that had the thought. Yeah, but there's so many kids that come in and be like, it's like it's like being a gamer was their entire identity, and I'm like, a fucking hobby. Like, yes,
an identity too.
Like, but even if like your biggest hobby is how you define yourself completely above all else, it's not entirely healthy, because it's like, oh yeah, let's forget the fact that you're someone's brother, you're someone's son, you're probably that like, oh, or that you're a straight A student, or any other accolades you earn. According to the way you're defining yourself, that shit doesn't matter. You need to like get off the school bus, buy every game as soon as it comes out, and play games until your parents force you to go to sleep. Sacrifice as much. It's like, I'm sorry, that's not how life works. Now, however, it is fun as hell to pull an all-nighter occasionally.
Oh, those were the times. I miss them. now that adult life hits and responsibilities happen, the carefree times as a child.
Yeah, don't take this as an endorsement, but of that fictitious lifestyle. But listen, I suck at adulting.
You say that.
I'm as close as you get to that, because it's like I made a way of making money off of producing content around the thing that I love. So I spend a lot of time around it, reading about it, studying it, to where it's like I'm gonna have a PhD in gameology one of these days.
That'd be awesome. Frame it, put it on your wall.
It's like doctor in the degree of gaming and gameology.
Yes.
Or scientific gamification.
Yes. Well,
That sounds like it should be a hip hop album name. It's awesome.
That's where I was thinking it was going.
well, like
No, if we're talking about that type of game, my game's so bad that you can be in a different state and I'll mess yours up.
I wasn't. That's not the type of game I was talking about.
I have anti-game. I was just talking about rapper names.
No,
that's just the game.
That's not where I was going with that.
No,
you mentioned having a PhD. The game is a rapper, but that's not where I was going with that.
Well, back on the
little D-pad.
The chat
Great 111
with little D-pad. That is my hip hop name.
Yes, 11.
That's my Wu-Tang Clan name now.
There you go.
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. I mean,
what? You started something, Bob.
What? I'm white, but not even I'm that white.
You can only rap game music only.
I like that there, hippity hop. Oh, but yes, back on subject. Please, before I pull us further off.
Well, what I really think is that I think a lot of people kind of try to see it as black or white.
Yeah.
Like either the casual or you're the hardcore. When
yeah,
in reality it's like a rainbow of colors, all different. I know they did break it down quite a bit, and I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, there's a flowchart / family tree / family bush, so a Tennessee family tree of like just artistic movements and how they interconnect with each other. Postmodernism, Cubism, blah blah blah, and it's like, this is how we got here in an art style form, right? And to some extent, it really works. Some parts I really disagree with in the book. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that gaming is so unique you cannot harken back to former ways of thinking, as far as, well, for lack of a better term, former medias or older medias like painting, photography, film, books, all that stuff, right? But the thing is books are not that interactive. Even the choose your own stories books are literally really scripted to the point to where
that doesn't mean they're not interactive though.
They actually have those kind of books? I didn't even know that.
What, choose your own adventures?
Books?
Yeah, I had an R.L. Stein one. To where basically how it works is like, choice A, turn to this page, choice B, turn to this.
Yeah, Goosebumps had a whole series of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that was early day video games. For me.
Choose your path. Early Telltale right there.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time.
Well, yeah, that's where Telltale's roots are.
But I'm just like, yeah, but it's missing the that's actually the one I had. Son of a bitch.
Oh, Goosebumps. I remember the show. Very freaky.
Yeah, that show was all over the place. I remember the one with the dude turning into plant. Like in his,
or the kid that was a superhero.
Plants in the basements.
Oh, I remember the creepy sponge one. The
or
creepy
the doll.
sponge That was
Night of the Living Dead or Night of the Living Dummy.
Yes. But before we go too far off tangent again, wow, we have
Off
hit
and
a
away.
new low. I'm the one telling us to get back on track. Anyways, my point is that yes, you can make a book interactive, but then you're missing the visual media, right? The motion inspired visual media. If you make it interactive and a picture book at the same time, it's not film. And with film, the closest we got to like a video game type stuff was a YouTube thing of all things, to where you'd click an annotation and it'd shoot you to another video that was like 10 seconds long, then another.
Or like another section within the video.
Yeah.
Like you choose a choice at the beginning, it would send you to a spot in the video where it's completely set aside in the video to do the choices.
Yeah, and honestly, they weren't. There was only a couple of them that I experienced that were any good. One of them was the Street Fighter one. Like they had like the little Street Fighter action figures, and you're
action
fighting.
lead now.
Air quotes. Like, you know, Guile versus E Honda, stuff like that. It's really, really fun. Or where it gets really fun as far as like when you have all of those, yes, there are artistic movements, but they happen really fucking quickly when it comes to gaming, right? We've had 100 or 1,000 years worth of artistic movements happen in a couple of decades, right? We've had cubism. That's voxel art style. We've had modernism to where when we went from 2D to 3D. We had postmodernism when we start with the retro revival. Where a bunch of that's still happening to this day, where you have indie games that was like, yes, we're trying to simulate the SNES like look, feel, and mechanics and gameplay. They're all like, you have all of those there because a lot of the groundwork were done in those other forms. But we're doing it in a much quicker way. Because of that speed, the industry tends to unlearn lessons it teaches itself just as quickly. Because there seems to be this rotating door of, hey, we're going to be inclusive for everybody. Hey, okay, Nissan, and it's like, okay, we're going to hold on to our audience. We're going to hold on to this audience. We're going to hold on to this audience. Oh, crap. Most of our audience has either died from old age, left onto the newer, because someone started doing us better than we did, or like, you know, just quit playing games altogether because life stuff. We need to grow our audience and make games that everybody can enjoy again. It's kind of this revolving door, because it happened. They grew their audience with the Wii. It kind of got niche with the Wii U. Then they learned how to make the wheel again with the Switch.
I think that's more about. I don't think it's about reinventing the wheel. I think it's about the type of games that came out.
Well,
But then again, I didn't own either one of the consoles, so I don't know that much.
Well, I can tell you one of the biggest similarities the Switch has with the Wii is simple controls. Games are very easy to jump in and jump out of. And like they went one step further with the Switch, where it's like, yeah, I need to go, but I want a game. Hey, I can just fucking take it with me.
Well, that's what Nintendo was really, really good about, was their handhelds, and they knew how to pertain to the handhelds themselves.
Yeah.
So I remember there was a big battle between PlayStation's handhelds to the DS, and
Yeah, the Vita and the DS.
To those of you watching the MP3, I'm just holding up an original Game Boy and just doing a mic drop with it, basically.
The original. Sounds like shining.
Well, like I do have tape around the thing because the adhesive. So I'm like, Okay, Gorilla Tape. Done.
It's just like, no, you get back in your world. You can't come to the outside world. Get back in there.
Stay in your hole.
He locks it back up afterwards. Lock and key.
Oh no, if you want to go
Padlock.
really weird, I have a copy of Street Fighter 2010 for the NES. It's weird. Just
Fighter,
watch
which
the
one?
AVGN video over it. He can explain it better than I ever can. Because it's just a giant pile of what the fuck.
WTF, mate. WTF.
But honestly, I think we're going to wrap up on there. We've been going for a little while. That being said, Shanna, here are your 5 minutes of fame. Tell us all the places we can find you.
Well, so of course I am a streamer on Twitch, so you can follow me and find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Shananabanahnah. I know.
It's below you. It's
a
below
long
you.
time. There we go, right below.
It's below
me.
her. It's above
follow,
her.
So follow. It's just twitch.tv/that there. I know a lot of people have problems typing it out. Same tag is on Twitter and on Instagram. You can search by on there. And so
You have 6 A's in your name.
oh,
He went and counted them. He went and counted them.
A lot of A's, N's, and bananas.
And 4 N's.
Got a wall full of banana, so.
This
Yeah.
is like Tennessee and Mississippi had a named kid that's like, no, we're going to make you even more confused on how to spell this crap.
I love it. Especially when I get shout outs in chat. I'm like, how do I type this?
Just like,
I'm like, I'm so sorry. Or people trying to pronounce it, trying to read it. There's no wrong way to say my name. Every version and every saying. Perfect.
Ask Zaz, every time I try to say the whole thing and not just call you Shanna, it turns into Shanna, banana, fafana, fudge.
Yeah. No, I hear everything from Shananabanahnah or banana face or like it's all over.
Shanna, Batman.
Man, yeah. I've actually heard that one too.
He's gonna keep going until he finds one for you.
I love them all. I love it. Especially when I jump into new streamers, their pages, and they get to hear. I'm like, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. I was like, it's perfect.
It's perfect because you did it.
Yes.
You did it. I don't care what's wrong, but you did it.
So yeah, I usually stream every week. Right now, I have school right now, so
Yeah, you can every week except when you have school.
Yeah, and every week you do post on your Discord, which you can through your stream.
Yes.
What your schedule is, and you do have
post
a
that.
wonderful welcoming community. Apparently, there's only one asshole in it, and it's me.
No, not at all. No,
You do not know me
no.
that well.
You've been very kind to me, so.
Oh, that's because I've been I was kind to you because I wanted to get you on the podcast. Now that's
He's like, I used you.
now that I've gotten what I wanted, I'm gonna go back to my old asshole ways.
It's just like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right there.
No, it's not Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
That's not Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I'm just being a guy.
It's more like you're seeing Bruce Wayne. You're gonna see him being Batman.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's a little better reference.
Don't you know who I am? What are you, retarded? I'm the goddamn Batman. Fuck you, Frank Miller.
Batman voice all the way.
No, just the line, I'm the goddamn Batman. Fuck you, Frank Miller. Have you ever watched All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder?
Mm-mm.
Or read it, rather? Okay, All-Star Superman is like an amazing masterwork that came out on time. All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder, yes, that's the title. It's not just All-Star Batman, but people refer to it as that. Is the opposite of that. So garbage.
Oh yeah, Bob's just like point blank. It's garbage. No explanation at all. Just it's garbage.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been awesome. I'm Ziplockbob. That's the Zaz. That's Shananabanahnah.
Yeah.
You can find me here Monday through Friday, 7 through 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/ZiplockBob. You can find Zaz at twitch.tv/the_Zaz. And you can find us both at twitch.tv/BottleRocketGaming at random times during the week. You can also find this podcast at
Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesdays
Go ahead,
for
Bob.
him. For
Go ahead,
me,
Bob.
it's like, usually I just rebroadcast this thing. And he's like, there's my stream for the week. You just rebroadcasted. Yeah, I know, I'm lazy. And you can get that a full day early in case you missed this. Also, you can watch this at youtube.com/BottleRocketGaming. You can find their Discord and all that stuff at BottleRocketGaming.com. And we do have an iTunes. There is a link down below. We do have MP3 version of this if you don't like iTunes. There's a link down below. And we'll be seeing you guys next weekend with Stacy Kruger for the live and Super Couch Fighters for the YouTube side of things. See you guys then, and as always, take care of yourselves. Later.